The fresh provocation that has come in against New Delhi. This time it is taking place in New Zealand. Banned Khalistani secessionist outfit Sikhs for Justice has conducted another so-called referendum, quote-unquote. And in fact, this has taken place in Auckland's Aotea Square over the weekend. The event drew sharp and very strong criticism from the Indian community. Remember, there's a very large, vibrant Indian community there, and they came out strongly in opposition of this. And multiple Sikh organizations also distanced themselves from the referendum that took place. However, one day after the so-called referendum, New Zealand's government has said that it respects and recognizes India's sovereignty and territorial integrity. In fact, soon after the so-called quote-unquote referendum and the announcement that came in, Foreign Minister Dr. Jaishankar flagged the issue to his New Zealand counterpart, Winston Peters. The duo met on the sidelines of a conference in Australia's Canberra just a couple of days back on the 6th of November. But let's tell our viewers that this isn't the first time that the pro-Khalistani outfit is trying to provoke New Delhi. It has held several referendums, whether it's in Canada, UK, Australia. So you have several countries giving safe harbor to these separatist outfits. And as a result, it was banned by New Delhi in 2018, over 6.5 years ago. This group was formed in 2007 by Khalistani terrorist Gurwant Pad Singh Pannu and has been operating out of the US since its inception. But what does this mean for New Delhi? What is it that it should be doing to address this major issue is our key focus. When we speak to a prominent Sikh voice, in fact, to talk more about this, Mr. Sukhi joins me to decode what could possibly be the key areas that can be of interest. Mr. Sukhi, your first response to the kind of activities one is seeing that are taking place around the world, not just in the US and Canada, but also in other geographies.
Basically, it is a typical Vikandari of Pad Singh Pannu and their associates, right? What they are doing, this kind of activity, the criminal activity, the violent activity over there on the US soil and also on the Canadian side, it is very, very concerning. It's very concerning, especially for the Sikh community, and because their violent activity can hurt the Sikh community in the long run.
All right, let's first get in the location from where Mr. Sukhi is joining so that our viewers can know that we are talking to Mr. Sukhi, who's been a very prominent voice as far as raising concerns over what's happening with regard to these Khalistani outfits that are mushrooming and being given a safe harbor in geography after geography. But it's a hollow movement, isn't it, Mr. Sukhi, finding absolutely no resonance with the Sikh community, which are very large and vibrant around the world?
Oh, no. This is because there is always an agenda behind these kind of movements, right? They are supported by a third party. It could be ISI, it could be China, it could be anybody from the Western countries. But there looks like it's going to die down soon. It's going to die down itself, and because they are not getting any support from the Sikh community, mainstream Sikh community. Up to now, the mainstream Sikh community was silent, but now, given their activity, at least the way they are attacking the Hindu temple, and also they're going after the Hindu community, which is unacceptable to any Sikh community. So that's why I think there is a huge resentment, given their activity, disruption activity among the largest Nagar Kirtan and also some of the Gurdwara. So the Sikh community is not happy with them, and so I think their days are numbered. It's going to die down soon. And also, given the change in the government, especially the Trump administration is going to be very tough on any kind of radicalization. So looks like, I'm very optimistic actually, so that the Kandari and Mr. Pannuji Kandari and their Gundagardi, the days are numbered.
Okay, Mr. Suki, as far as the Canadian government is concerned, it's been giving shelter to Khalistani extremism, and in fact, it's been seen and noticed by all quarters around the world. How do you think this could have acted differently, played out differently? What is it that Justin Trudeau's government should have done to keep this under check?
It seems like a joke. On the Canadian side, the government, Justin Trudeau's government, it looks like a joke. Not only they have not copied with the government of India, right? And even at local level, so the kind of the issue they are facing over there, forget about the economic issues, and their local, that's like the car stealing, organized crimes, and the drug dealing, and the very soft on the crime. That's a matter of concern locally over there. So that's why nobody cares about the local, especially the law enforcement authority. So that's the reason actually the people, they don't really care, especially the people from the Punjab, because we know actually, so if we can find a way around and we can get away, then we'll definitely do that kind of blunder again and again. And so they are very soft on the Khalistani activity, and it looks like it could be because of the political reason. And because of it's a big vote bank, and so also they get the funding, and so that's why some of the Khalistani actually, so they have infiltrated among the political party, and which is going to be bad for the all Canadian in the long run, and even the local Canadian population, the communities are very upset actually, given the criminal activity we have seen, and the attack on the temple, and also there are other activity, actually the violent activity. So that's why it's because of the end of the day, Justin Trudeau's government is responsible for that. And so people are thinking, even on the American side, Mr. Trump and also Elon Musk, and so they have already spoken publicly that they would love to see Justin Trudeau go away. And so if the new government comes in, and I hope at least so they will be tough on this kind of radicalization, and also this kind of the activity, actually, whatever the Mr. Bansik Pannu's the Gunda Dal is doing over there. And so that's why, so that's a kind of we are very hopeful that so the issue will be resolved on the Canadian side too. But on the American side, I'm very, very optimistic. At least this is going to be game over very soon.
And what is it that New Delhi should do, given that these instances are increasing?
Given the track record of the Khalistani, and so I think the government of India doesn't have to do anything, and they will be pretty much exposed by the local Sikh society on the US side. So that's why I think the government of India doesn't have to do anything. I think it will be taken care by themselves, the people, those who are the American citizens of the Indian origin.
And do you think Donald Trump, when he walks into Oval Office, will treat this issue with the kind of urgency that India wants?
Trump, I think, this is my personal opinion, I think because Trump is going to put them in their place, especially the Khalistani activists. And so up to now, they had a soft corner. Whatever happened in the latest, in the Pannu's plot, because of that, they got a sympathy, right? And also, they were able to build the narrative. At least the Khalistani, they were able to build the narrative that the whole Sikh community bought the Khalistan, right? So they are the representative of the Sikh community. So now, what we are trying to do, actually, so all the moderate Sikh community, we are reaching out to our local congressman and the senator and any elected representative, letting them know that these are not our representatives. And especially the Khalistani and the Pannu group, they have nothing to do with the Sikh community, and they are very violent people. When we're gonna send this kind of information to the Trump administration, and I think they will listen to this kind of our request, and they will take care of this kind of activities.